Customizing your computer. Alright everyone, make sure you're sitting comfortably in front of your computer and that it's on. And also that you're under your class period's user. To make sure about that, click on the Apple icon at the top left corner, and at the bottom, it should say log out with your class period. If it's not under your class period, then click log out and sign in to yours. Now, the first thing we're going to do today is customize the look of our computer, both for personalization and also for our comfort. So please pay attention and pause this video if you need additional time. Let's get started by making sure we're able to see the computer screen clearly. Look down to the computer's keyboard and find the two little suns at the very top, on the smaller keys. One should be smaller than the other. Do you see them? The small one is for bringing the brightness down, and the big one is for bringing the brightness up. Tap either of them as you're looking at the screen to see how the screen gets brighter or darker. Depending on the time of the day or how bright is the room you're in, and to protect your eyesight, you might want to bring the brightness down. Now, find the volume controls on the keyboard. They're also at the top. You will be using those when you have your headphones on. Make sure the headphones cable is connected to the computer. Always lower the volume first before listening to anything so it's not too loud. So today we'll be doing each of the following. We'll be changing the pointer, that is the arrow or cursor, from your mouse, creating a folder on our computer, downloading a photo, and changing the desktop's wallpaper, or also called the background. Learning how to change a folder's content display and icon sizes, creating a Memoji. Changing the pointer. So to change the cursor or pointer, click on the Apple icon and select System Settings. Depending on which operating system or iOS your computer is running on, it may say System Preferences, Setting Options, or something similar. Please ignore any updates that the computer is asking you to install and never install any software unless directed by your teacher. By the way, this is how you move windows around. A very simple and important adjustment so you can see more of the content and for when you need to view instructions while working on your assignments. You can enlarge the size of any window by moving your mouse pointer to the corner, clicking on the corner once it turns into an arrow or a double arrow, and dragging with your mouse at the same time, like this. Now, scroll down to Accessibility, this icon with the little person right here. You might have them in a different display, but the icon is the same. Under Vision, click Display, scroll down to the pointer size, and make it slightly larger, or as large as you need it. Change the pointer outline and filler color. Do one color lighter than the other so you can see your pointer better depending on what you have going on the screen. You will notice under this section there are other options. These are all for the computer's display. We have some options such as color filters, but I do not recommend changing these unless you have color blindness or any other eyesight conditions. There are other things here such as reduced transparency or the contrast, but again, leave those settings because we need to see images, that is the photos and videos we get, as clear as they are when we're editing. Close the system settings window for now by clicking on the red button at the top corner. Creating a folder on our computer. Click anywhere on your computer's background. The top bar should say Finder, meaning you're currently working from your computer's desktop. Now, using the right button of your mouse, click on an empty space and this menu shows up. Click where it says New Folder. As soon as it shows up, it's automatically selected in gray and you can rename it without clicking it. Rename it Images plus your name plus your class period number. Then hit Return on your keyboard so it saves. If you made a mistake, you can always fix it by clicking the folder with the left mouse button and selecting Rename. You will also see other options such as tag colors. You can use these if you like to color code information. You can also move the folders around the desktop, but I strongly recommend to keep them all lined up on the right side of the screen so it's easier to drag and drop files from the folders to any other programs or apps you're using. Downloading a photo and changing the desktop's wallpaper. This part of the activity is going to take several steps because I want you to learn how to save images from the internet, where to find them in your computer, and organize these files or images. I will also be coming around to check for the image to make sure you saved it where I ask you to, and it will be part of your grade for this activity, so please stay with me and follow along. First, open Chrome or Safari. These are the apps or programs that we'll be using to access the internet. Sometimes they take a little bit of time to open. Just give it a double click with your mouse and wait. Once it's open, you're probably going to have to log in first to Chrome. Please do so using your LAUSD Gmail credentials. As you can see, my information is already saved. If you don't want to log in right now, you can simply select Guest Mode, but I recommend you to log in so that way all your information gets saved for the passwords that we're going to be using in the future. Also, if you cannot find an app here at the dock at the bottom, there's this one app that says Launchpad with all the little icons. Click on it. You will see the rest of the apps that are not tied on the dock, and you can navigate this by clicking the 2 dots or 3 dots at the bottom and navigating it with your keys in the keyboard too. Now, once you have Google Chrome or Safari open, type in the search bar the name of a scene or the world of your favorite movie, TV show, video game, or music band. Then, hit Return in your keyboard. Notice all the options you have here, in case you want to learn news or more about what you searched. But let's leave that for later. Click where it says Images. Up here where it says Tools, you can click and select this option that says Any Size. Select Large. This is what is going to bring up higher quality images. And scroll down to find an image you like. A kind note: please keep it appropriate and do not get images that depict violence. When you click on an image and hover over it, you will see this number here in the corner. Anything around 1920 is good, but try not to go over 3000 because then it's going to take up a lot of memory from the computer. Now, you can simply right-click and select Save Image As, and then this window pops up. Rename your file as something you can recognize or remember. Notice how I had a whole bunch of letters and numbers there. So I'm going to rename it as Avatar, Pandora, Wallpaper. Then over here, below it, click and change the folder from Downloads to your Images folder. If your folder is not showing up here, simply save it on Downloads, and then you can move it after. Click Save, and then you will notice this icon up here next to the search bar, meaning that your file is or has downloaded. Now, here's the thing. There are many images that sometimes you cannot save from the internet because the website will not let you download them, or when the image will not save because it is an incompatible format, such as a WEBP or web page, something like that. You will notice that at the end of the file name. We'll be learning more about different file types later, but for now, I will be teaching you how to take a screenshot with your computer. Memorize this, because I guarantee it will come very handy, and also it will be part of the quiz. Are you ready? Look down at your keyboard and hold these 3 keys together in the following order. Command-Shift-4. Then let go and look at your screen. Your pointer will become this cross with numbers. Now, move the pointer to one of the corners of where you want to take the screenshot, and as you click, drag towards the area where you want to take the screenshot, and then let go. And boom, you took a screenshot. Usually, it appears here at the corner of the screen, where you can drag it to a folder or wherever you want it, or you can leave it there and it will simply stay in your desktop like this. Okay, so now, for the 50 points of this activity, I want you to have 2 images inside the folder called Images that you made in your desktop. The one that you downloaded for your wallpaper and the screenshot you took. When you're done looking up the images, select Minimize Chrome or Safari, whichever you're using, by pressing the yellow button. And now, click anywhere in the desktop background so it can be in Finder, here at the top. Then press Go, then Downloads, then click and drag your image to the Images folder. Move the screenshot also into the Images folder. Double-click to open it, and from there, right-click it and select Set Desktop Picture. And there you go. You have changed your screen's wallpaper. Learning how to change a folder's content display and icon sizes. This is a really helpful tip so you can see image icons bigger and better, which will come in handy, especially during our photography unit. Open your Images folder and notice these options at the top bar. These are different ways of displaying the contents or files within each folder or section of your computer. Icons, List, Columns, and Gallery. Try it. Icons, List, Columns, and Carousel or Gallery. Remember, we can also expand the window. This icon over here is for the order in which you want to display your files. If you select Name, it is going to put it in alphabetical order. And then you can click here where it says Name, so it goes in reverse. If you select Date Added, it will display it by month or by most recent. You can also reverse that order. So now, to change the sizes of the icons and text so you can see them better without opening, click at the very top bar of the screen and select View. Then, Show View Options. And here, you will see your icons change in size. You can also adjust the spacing and the text size. The options will be different for each display type, like this. Once you're done, close the View Options window. Creating a Memoji. Now, for our last part of this assignment, we'll be putting together our Apple Memoji. So for that, you're going to click on the Apple icon. Again, it's up here in the corner, and select System Settings or System Preferences, and click on the picture. It should say Edit. So again, click on the picture, you very likely have a flower. Press Edit, and under Memoji, hit the plus sign and look at all these options you have. You can make it look just like you or have it be its own character, either original or based on another one you like. Take your time to create your Memoji, and when you're done, select Done and close the window.